Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maverick Moses. I'm a writing coach and author of the soon-to-be self-published YA urban fantasy novel Karma's Children Discovery, the first book of my Karma's Children trilogy series. We are in the middle of NaNoWriMo, people. During the month of November, I am vlogging every day as I go along throughout NaNoWriMo to update you on my progress and my writing process throughout the month. It is a day 15 of NaNoWriMo, which means that it is the start of week 3 and the start of this new vlog. The first week I did an okay job in doing my vlogs. Last week I did not do a very good job in doing my vlogs and I missed like 2 of the days. But this time, I'm definitely going to try my best to be a little bit better at it. I finished week 1 with about 6,000 words, and I finished week 2 with about 6,000 words as well, bringing my total to, I think, about 12,200 words. I am super behind on the 50,000 word goal, so I don't really think that I'm going to make it realistically. I do work well under pressure, so there's that working for me. But in the end, I really just want to make my story the best that it can possibly be, and I want to be able to take my time with it a little bit. I would rather write a fairly good first draft than have to write a horrible first draft throughout NaNoWriMo and end up just scrapping all of it and have to rewrite it anyway. So as I said, going throughout the month, I am going to vlog every day, but I'm less so doing NaNoWriMo stuff and more along the lines of just taking you along with me as I continue to write book 2 of my trilogy, Karma's Children, The Veil of Cathrepta. Again, it is day 15 of NaNoWriMo, so let's go ahead and get the day started, and hopefully I can get maybe about 1,000 to 1,200 words is what would be my goal for today. Hello there, it is the end of week 3 of NaNoWriMo. Now, before you go, I know what you're thinking. Wait, didn't I just watch you do the first day of week 3 of NaNoWriMo vlog and didn't see anything else? Well, you are correct. But that's because I was struggling with some stuff. And I did vlog on one of those days, and well, let's just say things got real. Hey guys, so it's day 18 of NaNoWriMo, and I haven't vlogged anything the last couple of days. And it's just because it's been really hard on me the last couple of days. I got to a scene in Karma's Children, The Veil of Cathrepta, where it's like a date night scene, and 2 couples are going on a date night, and one of the couples has a very specific conversation that needed to happen, and I was able to write that. And then for the next couple, I just wanted to showcase their passion and love for each other and the way that they know each other. And when I was trying to write it, I couldn't think of anything. Everything that was coming to my mind was just the little small talk of, oh, what did you do today? Blah, 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 blah. And I wanted it to be deeper. I wanted it to be a moment where the reader can see that these people know each other, that they care for each other. And I couldn't write that. And it was hard on me because I realized that the reason I couldn't write this realistic scene is because I've never experienced something like that before. I've never experienced that love connection between someone. And then on top of all of this, a few days ago I went on a date. It was a first date and we met online, and I thought that the date went really well, and at the end, he even gave me his phone number, and I was like, great, this is awesome. But 2 things happen. The first is that this guy looked and acted exactly like this guy that I used to know, who I tell people is the love of my life, because basically what this other guy from about a year and a half, 2 years ago. His name was Jeremy, and he and I would hang out a lot, and we were both regulars at the same restaurant, and so that's how we met, and we would go and hang out, and I had a very big crush on him. And everyone who worked at that place where we were regulars at, they all thought he was bi. I thought he was bi like me. And every time that they saw us together, they always just thought, oh, they're a couple now. Like, oh, they're dating. And then he realized what was happening, and he was like, oh, I'm not into guys like that. And when that happened, I just immediately was like, my heart was broken, but I thought that it was just a crush. And I was like, well, normally I get over crushes in like 1 or 2 weeks if I see that they're not into me. And when 6 months passed by and I still couldn't get him off my mind, I realized that I had fallen in love with him. And that's so stupid and crazy that I can say that I fell in love with someone who didn't even like me back. And like, how is that even actually love? Like, I don't know. But so when I went out with this guy a couple of days ago, he looked exactly like him, and he acted a lot like him. And when I first saw him and was interacting with him, I was like, maybe that whole ordeal with Jeremy was to prepare me for this, to realize that this was the kind of person that I liked. And then now he's like ghosting me, and I don't know what's wrong. And I know that this is just a really like dumb thing to worry about, as considering I'm only 22 and I have my whole life ahead of me. But when I'm pouring my heart and soul into a story that I want to be as realistic and relatable as possible, I find myself not being able to write those scenes where two people are love and care for each other like that. And I have scenes where there's deaths in the family and there's tragedy, and those I can write because I've experienced all those things. And for me to get to a point in my writing where it's actually a happy scene, it's a loving scene that's supposed to be happening, and I can't write that because I haven't experienced it. So all of this has been going on in my mind the last like 3 or 4 days, and I've gotten words in. This whole past weekend was the Pondering Writing Retreat, and I took part in it. I hosted 2 sprints, and I hosted a live chat with Jordan about world building, and it was really fun, and I got to interact with some really inspiring writers, and did get some words in a completely different scene. But every time I went back to that one scene that I skipped, that I know needs to happen in order to develop their relationship and to develop their characters and the storyline, I just freeze up because I can't write it. And it's breaking my heart knowing that, 1, that I've never experienced something like that before, and 2, that I can't write it for my readers. And I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should just try to approach it in a different way, or if I should, I don't know, interview people who have experienced this in their lives and see what it's actually like. But would that make me even more depressed that I don't have that and they do? I don't even know. Basically, I wanted to share this story with you because I think everyone struggles with something when they're writing. And a lot of times when people are reading a book, they don't realize the heart and soul that was poured into it and the tears that were shed because of it. And I wanted to share this part of this journey with you guys because there are struggles that writers have that I have when I'm writing, and I want you to know that that's completely normal. That even though, yeah, this heartbreak of having never experienced this love and passion before is kind of dumb for someone my age. It's a struggle that I'm sure a lot of people have experienced, and I want to help you understand and know that every book has something else that writers go through when they're writing it, and they're still able to get those words in and publish it, and readers don't notice these things, but I think that they really should. They should realize that there's so much more that goes into writing a book than just creating a world and writing about it. There's a lot of emotion and heartache and gut-wrenching sadness and tears and everything that goes into writing a book. And I know that even though this time right now is really hard, I'm sorry if the camera is shaking. Even though I know that this time right now is really hard, I am confident that when I'm able to push past it and I'm able to write this book and write these scenes, that it will be 100 times better, because I'll know that I just struggled through this when I was writing it, and that it still came out of me in some way or another. So thank you to everyone watching and all of the amazing writers that I've met on social media for just being that support system and that imaginary shoulder to lean on. I know that this is a very odd emotional journey that I'm taking you on today, but I just really wanted to share this part of the writing process with you because, like I said, it's normal for a writer to go through this, and I just wanted you to see all aspects of this storyline and live it all with me. So thank you for watching. I don't know if I'm gonna vlog at all the rest of the week or not. This might just end up being my video. I can picture it now, thumbnail. Emotional breakdown. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. I love you all. Well, that just happened. Yeah, so on Sunday I had a bit of an emotional breakdown, and I definitely contemplated not even showing you all that, but in the end I just really wanted to share it with you guys so that you can understand everything that goes into the writing process and this entire journey that I'm taking you on in writing Karma's Children Book 2. I really just want all of you to understand what I go through to write this book and to give it out to the world. Now, as I said before, this is the end of week 3 of NaNoWriMo, which means that we have a little bit of a week or so left until the end of the month. I'm probably not going to make 50,000 words, but at the same time, I do work very well under pressure, so that could be a thing. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you got something out of my little emotional breakdown and maybe found some inspiration from it. As I've said before, I am working on book 2 of my Karma's Children trilogy. Book 1 will be releasing in spring of 2019, but if you can't wait to start reading it, click the link in the description below and sign up for my email list, and I'll send you the first 3 chapters for free, so be sure to check that out. I post new videos twice a week, so don't forget to subscribe and help support my channel. I would really appreciate it. And be sure to follow me on Instagram for more on my TBR list, my writing, and see some cool aesthetically pleasing bookstagram photos. Then go friend me on Goodreads so we can connect more on our mutual love of books. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!